Hey, hello. Sorry that you had to see that. Um, Son of a bitch. I'm falling apart over here. I gotta get up and turn my Xbox off. And then I need to put my headphones back on. Sorry, Ramona. Excuse me just 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Gotta get my headphones on here. So many wires. There we go. Alright, getting back in business over here. Hopefully the stream is holding up.
As soon as possible.
God, I don't have to do this whole fight again. I just pull out the pistol this time. It seemed like it was easier. Yep. Alright, those are all on me. That was just really bad aiming. Oh, shit. I thought he was still fighting Churchill. Oh, come on. Let's hope this is the weak one right here. It's not. There he is. I'm freaking surrounded. Right in the dick. Son of a bitch. Did it already mutate? I guess so. Why was I not just using this? Oh, because I'm almost out of ammo. Alright. Just want to head straight to... Did that say pocketed? This quest. Just keep going with the quests. You know what? Before I do anything, let's just save. So I don't have to do that again. Hooligan scum. Stash. Oh, okay. I should use... Hey, it's going good. Did have a little bit of a crash earlier, but I think it's going okay. Matt, how are you doing? I've lost the little soft part on the tip of my penis microphone. How are you doing? This isn't doing anything to this thing. Churchill, get out of the way. Let me know if you can how the stream looks and sounds and everything. Alright. Loot this place real quick. Think you're tough? Make you lose that arm. Oof, right next to death. Conkers. Doing alright. May not be into chat too much. Girls are sick, so I worked from home. Now I'm trying to send some emails out and get some stuff ready for tomorrow morning. Ah, I gotcha. Dang, I'm sorry to hear they're sick. It is getting around. We've had, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 different people in the office who have come in and just genuinely been like, yeah, I'm just really sick. I think I got whatever's going around. And I'm like, why don't you get the fuck out of here? It's so rude. Sorry if I said that in front of, hopefully you're not watching with the girls at the moment. But no worries at all. Well, this place got me some ammo. This random location. I feel compelled to go inside. Even though I just said that I was just going to beeline to the quest. Let's see what's going on inside this children's hospital. It's one thing to be secretly sick and not want to waste PTO, but don't tell people and stress them out while getting them sick. Yeah, it's pretty... I mean, these people... There was no mistaking that they were really... I mean, they were just the wettest coughs, and they just sounded vile. But we couldn't say anything to them, because in some cases there are direct superiors.
Shit's got ambush written all over it. Bah, it shook up over it. Hey.
Cut the shit! Who is that?
Bojo, the Mars monkey.
Nothing there now.
Nothing in here worth looking at so far. Oh, a stim pack.
Bloody chems.
Everything's starting to sound like footsteps these days, huh?
Huh?
It's your mind now. Here is end of the line. Line, boys. You've got to reload sometime, arsehole.
Arsehole. Oh, eat shit, Winnie the Pooh.
Someone there?
Someone there.
Did I find anything worth grabbing in here? Oh, yeah. Maybe I should, can I... Alright, well, I'll kill everybody in here and then I'll sleep. This is as good a place as any for a close-quartered shotgun.
You've got to be joking. Disappearing actor. There you are.
Ooh, shit.
Bastard. There's nothing to see. I've done this hundreds of times. Think this will be any different? Spread out.
Alright. Let's just catch him on fire. His name is Pudsey?
Get down. Get down. Need backup over here.
Oh, shit.
Need backup over here. Still.
Damn. Took so much of my health with that. And that barely helped. Let's see. Okay, this thing is kind of working. Just need more ammo for it. Son of a bitch. What? How did that not do anything to him? Son of a bitch. All right.
What the? Trying to sneak up on me. This broken.
I killed one of them.
Who's there? Get a grip. Come on there. Sort of right. Fuck on a second. Where'd that fucker go?
Ooh. Stuck on the wall. If I had a reliable gun, this would be a little bit different.
The fuck was that? This is gonna be fun. Fuck me. You having fun? Disappearing. Getting tired yet? Yeah.
Oh shit! Out of nowhere, took all my health. They sure made this mode difficult.
The fuck was that? Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick. Trust me. You gotta reload sometime, arsehole.
Oh, there he is.
There you are, you bastard.
This guy with his fucking... No! Don't hit me again. Say no chance that son of a... This game.
Hearing shit. Someone there. You're getting paranoid. There ain't nothing here. Shut the fuck up a second. Oh, you something. You sure you saw something? Who's there? Don't sneak up on me. Playing games with me, huh? Don't quit, Davey. They're getting picked off.
You have lost your privileges to this arm.
Disappearing.
Get out of here, pussy. Son of a bitch. Blocked me in the fucking door. I'm not leaving here until I kill Putsy again.
Why they always gotta fight back?
Nope.
Ain't nothing.
Alright, get out of my fucking way, Putsy.
How much you got left in you?
I do like that. It's a psychotic thing to wear. God, he must have some pretty good dang armor. Oh, it's the same that I already have. What was his combat rifle? That's kind of neat. Oh, I need that right away. That's nice. Oop. That was close.
Don't quit, do you?
Oh, whoa. Didn't know I'd run into some people in there. Almost forgot about that thing. Good Lord. What is the scope on this gun? It's garbage. Meat and 2 veg.
It's called shooting straight, rookie.
Really?
Ain't personal. Just you or me.
Come on.
Joe, Dad.
Finally. Jesus. That was a tank.
Stubborn, I'll give you that.
Ooh, more dog food.
Getting tired yet?
He just stood there and took that. I don't think I have a chainsaw yet. That sounds kind of cool. Kind of neat.
You'll run out of bullets eventually.
Well, she's not kidding. I think I'm already running out.
Why do they always gotta fight back?
Morgosis, you look a little bit low on ammo. Oh, whoop. And health. Yeah. The Fallout London is tough. It's tough with the ammo and the health. I don't know if I'm just like walking into buildings that I have no business being in or what, but God, how many times have I died? That's the chainsaw? Have you played this? Are you a big fan of Fallout London?
Still alive? Christ. Heads off the merchandise.
What the fuck? What is this room? Blood.
Don't quit, do you?
Eat shit. Just like Fallout 4. Fallout London, the best thing I ever heard about it is that it's a perfect recreation of present day London. Okay. Like it's not irradiated at all. That's just how London looks.
That is.
That's hilarious. Alright. Alright, you hooligan.
Never
Get
should have come here.
I'm getting that. Gosh, I'm on my last millimeter of health. Yeah, I've never been to London. But I was wondering how this compares to what it's actually like.
Blood in my eyes.
Ooh, that was my last bullet. Yeah, I'm a big Fallout 4 fan as well. Started with Fallout 3 and just could not get enough. What? How the fuck did she heal?
Shooting straight, rookie.
Move it.
I've done this hundreds.
It's not that bad of a recreation. Obviously, the real thing is much larger. Yeah. I feel like I'm 7 hours in, well, probably 8 hours at this point, and I don't think I've seen any huge landmarks so far.
Will be any different.
Am I doing anything to her health?
Lucky hit. Think you're tough. Come on.
Oh my god. Fighting for my life out here. The landmarks are avoiding me. I have been kind of avoiding the quests. I think I've been treating this very much like a classic Bethesda game where I have almost no desire to go see what the main quest is. And I've just been kind of wandering around. But yeah, ammo has been a little bit difficult to come by. Ooh, I forgot I had a frag grenade. Let's be honest. When does anyone ever have a desire to do main quest in an open world game? That's a good point. Yeah. I think that's why I can never finish games, is because I aggressively avoid the... Oh, son of a bee. The main quest. Just do the side quest, and then I feel like... I don't know, I forget what the main quest is. Oh, you jerk. Man, this person's the real boss, not Pudsey. Oh my god. Why won't you die?
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Die? Oh, God. She was about to get me. Alright. Do I need a stim pack? Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going in here. I need to fuck the, Have you been playing anything recently, Morgosis? Anything that you're hooked on at the moment? I've been hooked on, a game called Peglin, and another game called, the Fortnite racing game, the, rocket racing. I have really fallen in love with that rocket racing. Just The Sims 4. It's a good choice. I've always wanted to get really deep into Sims. And I always make a character, and I play for in-game a few weeks, I think. And that's the loop. Although I got really into Sims 2 on PS2 when I was a kid. And then I got Sims, or Herbs Sims in the City, if you're familiar with that. I don't know what all this blood is doing here, but I'm going to take it. Dang. Sims 4 is a great game. The only unfortunate thing is the investment required if you want DLCs, because it's EA. Then again, you don't need all DLCs. Okay. Yeah, I've heard those DLCs can get kind of pricey. But yeah, I guess that would be classic EA to raise the prices on all of those. They are kind of hard to resist, though. I bought Planet Coaster a few years ago, and pretty much only bought it because I was really excited about the Halloween content pack. And then I don't think I used any of it because I think I just kind of fell off Planet Coaster too. I don't do that with every game. I don't know why the idea of carrying around a dirty syringe is just filling me with dread. Where'd it go? Pudsey's terminal. Huge. No post on Sundays. Did they fix the trick? Is the question. DLCs are like $15 a pop on CD keys, but in the official store they cost $10, $20, or $40 depending on the type. Okay. Like $1,000 total if you buy them at full official price and go with all the stuff packs too, which add no gameplay mechanics, just objects. Dang, yeah, that is an investment. Have you ever used a website called Aniba? I wonder if things would be. I bet they're probably pretty similar to CD keys. I think it's a similar website. It's ENEBA. All right, on the next one I have to pay attention. I'm telling myself. Okay. It's not going to be that. All right. Oh, you know what? Pudzi met his match and lost. They typed this while I was fighting downstairs? Interesting. If it's anything like G2A, it's similar. CD keys, G2A, anything where you buy shady, cheap keys. Yeah. The other guy who runs this channel with me, his name is Matt. We occasionally, ooh, I almost missed all this right away. We occasionally, or we have in the past a handful of times bought those like anonymous CD packs that you can get on those websites, and just to see what we would get. And it was a lot of shovelware. Ooh. A lot of shovelware and gosh, what was that? Yoku's Island Express. I think we got like 5 or 6 keys of only that at one point. All right, well, I guess I've seen everything there is to see in here. Keep going to the quest. Realistically, for business reasons, I'd buy official store keys, but for any other reason, shady sites are good enough. I agree with that. I mean, it seems like they would probably take those sites down if what they were doing was really illegal. I don't know. Maybe that's just the way I comfort myself. All right, what you got, Churchill? Where are you? You great potato. Explaining why your tax deductible fell off of a truck somewhere would be annoying. Yeah. It's not strictly speaking illegal because resale is allowed in most cases. Okay. Is it kind of like how most people get away with like copyright infringement? Like it's illegal, but it's such a pain to try and track down. The way these sites typically obtain keys are a bit shady, not illegal though. Okay. I guess I always thought that they just bought them when they were all on sale, like just bought a ton of keys on sale and then but now that I'm saying that, I don't know how that would work because they'd be tied to an account. Our foxes are not this big in real life, right? Is this a Fallout thing? I thought foxes were pretty small. Quit biting my dog. Yeah, if you think about it too much, you'll realize something is shady. Yeah, I guess that's just the key to life, is to not think about it too much. I feel like the older I get, the more I realize that a lot of things are shady. So are you gearing up for the winter holidays? I don't think I'm supposed to be up here. There's nothing going on in here. I need a gun with ammo. Geared up already. Don't give anyone anything, and it's done. All right. They typically abuse regional prices, e.g. in Russia during a war, a game might cost far less. Okay. Or they get them in bundles, humble bundle, wholesale loopholes, loop back to regional prices, and wholesale price. Okay. That sounds... I guess that makes sense. You're pretty, you seem pretty informed about that. Are you, in the games industry?
What?
Alright, I keep getting distracted, and I keep running away from the quest I was saying that I was just going to beeline towards, so... Focus. No more ADHD. Or they can also... The shady issue is that realistically the developer sees none of that money. It's not exactly ethical, and in most cases it's against terms of service. Or they can also steal credit keys. I am not strictly, but I'm a programmer. Okay. You're not strictly, so does that mean you kind of tinker? You tinker with any kind of game development? I don't know how to code or program or anything like that, but I did play Dreams on the PlayStation 4 and make some stuff that I was pretty proud of. Ooh, got the classic stick grenades. Alright. I haven't been picking up any junk, so I figured I wouldn't be able to do anything there. How to cross the water is the current question. Do I need to take that? Surely I would need to walk across that. Not a game dev, but I'm a dev. That's what that means. I also like the law. Hello. Got a degree in computer science for the sake of getting a degree. It's free in my country, so I got a bachelor's. Okay. Man, free education. What is that like? What's it like to not have crippling student loan debt? I need to drop some stuff. Just gonna drop all this junk. Not that though. Wait, I guess I don't need bottle caps. That's trippy. Have to try and remember that. How in the F am I supposed to get over there? Everyone gets a free university once per life. 3 in 1 year bachelor's and 2 in 1 master's. The plus 1 is years you can repeat for free. Okay. Afterwards, you have to pay the full price of $600 per semester. Just $600 per semester. Man. I bet you guys have healthcare too. Obviously, all civilized countries have accessible healthcare for everyone. I'm not arguing with you. I like to think that I'm on the sane side of that spectrum. I think it is wild. I got my appendix taken out this year. If I didn't have health insurance, it would have been It would have been over $100,000. Quit hitting my dog. I feel like best move in this game is just to get right next to him and shoot him in the face. Although there are way more of them than I anticipated. Let's drink some blood. That ought to help. It costs a lot of money, but hey, it's a basic human need. Everyone here has health insurance. That's how everyone can have full coverage with no co-payments. If everyone pays, then everyone pays less. That would be nice. Hopefully we'll get that at some point in the future. I mean, it's worth it. I feel like I don't necessarily think that here in the States we would pay less. We would pay any more money. We just the fuck out of here. We just really need to stop spending the money that we're paying in taxes on stupid stuff. Well, I am running out of ammo and everything. Dog armor. Hell yeah. Oh my God, there's an alien. Popped his head like a balloon. Healthcare isn't paid by taxes? Not here anyways, that's the mandatory insurance. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I think I misunderstood. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'd like us to get a little more on that page. There's a reason so many developed countries do it. It's kind of goofy for us to be so resistant. Alright, are there any more people? Yeah, okay. Someone's over there. Everyone pays around 13.5% of their income that goes towards healthcare. 1/3 of that is you, 2/3 is your employer. Same with social insurance. There, it's around 25%. Then income tax of 15%. Social insurance. That's kind of a new term for me. What does that mean? Then income tax of 15%. Minimum wage is $800. $800 a week? Or every 2 weeks? Oh, a month. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what social insurance is. So here, the different types of insurance that I currently have are renter's insurance, car insurance, and health insurance. I think that's all of them. Social insurance is when you lose a job, 60% of income for around 5 months. When you don't have money and need basic necessities. That's really cool. Got disability last year, so now I get $350 a month thanks to having mandatory social insurance. Dang. Yeah, we don't have that. Not that I know of, anyway. Only other one I think I didn't name is life insurance. That the standard person would get. Individual. Retirement is also calculated from social insurance. You need to pay for 33 years. Okay. Yeah, there's kind of that function in the States with Social Security. But from what I'm hearing, that is quickly depleting. Even though we've been paying into it our whole lives. It's basically a you pay into it with each paycheck, and then later on, once you're retirement age, you get a paycheck. Last insurance we have mandatory is sickness insurance. Sickness insurance is when you're sick, you get 60% of your paycheck every day you're sick, anytime you have doctor's signature on it. Got sickness insurance in my first job for a year, then I got the disability. Okay. So, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I guess we, the equivalent to that would just be PTO at work. You accrue incrementally PTO, sick time, basically. And once you're out, you're out. Right now, I am sitting at 180 hours of off time / sick time from my job. Oh shit, that's a whole like camp of them. I'm leaving. I'm leaving with my dignity. Showed them what for. Mental depression stuff, luckily it counts too. Paid time off here is at least 4 weeks a year. Most companies have 5 weeks a year, and you can't be asked to take it when you're sick. That'd be illegal. So 160 hour minimum a year. You can't be asked to take it when you're sick? That's crazy. You must live in like a. I'm getting the impression that you live in like a nice Maybe like Eastern European country. Or European country in general. Central European. Okay. Nice. Cool. The Czech Republic. I have never been to Europe. Went to Asia in college. What in the F? There's a booby trap around every corner in this world. Alright, how? I'm kind of freaking befuddled about how to get to this quest without taking on a tremendous amount of radiation damage. Whoa, what is back there? What is glowing right there? I haven't seen that yet. Most of Europe works this way. Yeah, that's it's a completely humane way to work. We could take some notes. I feel like the people who are really resistant to like healthcare and to all of those social programs don't actually understand how they work and are making no attempt to. Otherwise, they'd be like, oh yeah, that's a no-brainer. Well, I guess I might just take on the radiation and see what happens. If I can find a place to like climb up.
The fuck was this on?
Oh, I just happened to land on a dirt pile. But I may have screwed myself here. Can I climb up these walls? No, I can't. I think I did screw myself. Okay, no radiation with that. Yeah, they keep shooting my dang dog. It's not hurting anybody. Percentages are typically different, but systems are mostly the same because EU regulates basic necessities for all European citizens. When you are a citizen in a country that's a member of the EU, you automatically become an EU citizen. Most people go, but I'll have to pay for something I need. But in the end, only the most selfish, evil people are against this system when they understand it. Core being when they understand it. I agree with that. I mean, people... kind of my like conspiracy theory about why some people are that way, and maybe this is too simplistic, but I feel like a lot of those people, their parents believed one way and they absolutely would never think another way. Like it's just completely out of their mind to consider other possibilities. Wow, that was a lot. And that got me no further where I needed to go. That's why, yeah. It's all about lack of awareness and education, critical thinking. That's why free education is crucial. You learn to think for yourself. Yeah. Free and open education. We have a little bit of a problem here right now with people trying to ban books, which is really just silly. It's just a red flag at any point ever. Son of a B. To ever try and limit education for a population and like free information. It just automatically makes you go, ornamental longbow. I hope that's a weapon, not just a piece of junk. Especially once you get a university degree, you start to learn to research and have to create a thesis that is objectively true. Oh yeah, I saw a bunch of videos. I can't imagine anyone doing that with anything that isn't straight up written by Hitler here. And even then, you could get your hands on it for education purposes. Yeah, it's just... Oh wait, can I? I don't think I knew I could call this guy. Yeah, it's very suspicious. And a lot of them claim that it's for religious reasons, but the Bible, you know, not to knock the Bible, but if you're gonna suddenly demand censorship for a certain age, it's a pretty easy one to start with. Gosh. Get away from me, you pests. Alright, this is the way I needed to go. I just needed to make basically a U-turn. Yeah, it's world's kind of a crazy place right now. Are you cool? Are you gonna be chill? Yeah. How are you, like I read the Malleus Maleficarum, Hammer of Witches as a child, which is straight up a Celergy tome treatise about witchcraft, and I don't feel like it made me any worse. Is that you mean clergy? Can't imagine the books people want to ban in USA are worse. I'm 25, by the way, so my opinions are a bit Gen Z. Okay. Yeah, I'm 29, so I think I've got some similar. I'm around the same place. Yeah, the books that people want to ban in the USA are like goofball selections, like Harry Potter and stuff like that. They're not like serious suggestions. They're like, oh my gosh, witchcraft? Talking about witchcraft in front of our children? I'm sure that they would have a field day if they heard about that tome. There's a lot of that kind of paranoia. I live in the South, basically, in the U.S., and you get some of that kind of that Southern fear occasionally. I unironically saw some people who never read Harry Potter because parents didn't allow them to, since it's witchcraft. Oh yeah. The tome I read was published by the church, though. It's inquisitorial. It's the opposite of witchcraft. It's witch hunting. That's a neat thing to have access to and to be able to read. Like, that's really cool. And to be exposed to that. Like, I've never even heard of that. I didn't grow up in like traditional religious environments necessarily, but I feel like I would have at least heard of that one. Heinrich Kramer, an inquisitor and a priest. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Hammer of Witches is an awesome title.
Open your eyes, you bully.
Okay. Feel free to dodge this question if it's not something that you feel super enthusiastic about answering. But what are the nerves like in the Czech Republic with everything going on in Ukraine and Russia? What's the kind of atmosphere? I loved ancient books too. Iliad, Odyssey, or old ones, Romeo and Juliet, the classics. Nice. I was a big Sherlock Holmes fan growing up. That was my... Sherlock Holmes and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein were my kind of like Renaissance... my not literally in terms of time period, but just my old book adventures. These guys are just hanging out in radiation. Honestly, people are pissed at Ukraine for not surrendering when they should be pissed off at Putin. That surprises me that people are mad at Ukraine. I have not heard that. I had to read 20 books, 3 to 4 from different time periods in high school for the final exam, but I was the only one who actually read them. Yeah, I did some book skipping in my day in high school. There are a handful that I didn't read. To be fair, though, I have not heard of those books since. They were not like classically famous novels or anything like that. People are mad at Ukraine. You have not heard that because you're not close. USA doesn't have to take in refugees, thus it doesn't alienate your citizens when they get free social benefits. Yep, I can see that. That makes sense. That's I can see that being a little bit of a kind of a political firestorm of people on both sides. Kind of understanding why the refugees need to come in. We have that same kind of... That's the crust of the Eastern European firestorm here. Yeah. Hungary is the worst. They straight up suck up to Hitler. I mean, Putin. Interesting. Hungary. That's so interesting. Yeah, I mean, we have that same stuff with the kind of the same discourse here as far as refugees go. I mean, it's the same kind of camp of people arguing against it, but for similar reasons. For like, oh, you know, they'll take our jobs, they'll take our benefit, or they'll, you know, they're not going to pay in taxes, but they're going to take the benefits, blah blah blah. Which, of course, everybody's uninformed about. Everyone wants to do a treaty where Ukraine would give territory to Russia in exchange for peace, but that already happened to the Czech Republic, 1938, Munich. Yeah, so that's not... That just doesn't seem like that seems like a Band-Aid kind of solution, I guess, is what it sounds like. Because someone like Putin, someone like Hitler, they're never going to be like, oh, well, that chunk is all I really wanted. They're going to want more. We gave territory to Hitler. Chamberlain returned. Peace for our time. And a year later, World War II started. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's tough. Because someone like Putin will never be satisfied by that. They'll just continue to take and scheme and take. In 1938, our allies, Britain and France, gave our territory to Hitler without consulting us. That gave us a year of peace. Jesus. Worst thing is our defenses were there, so then we had to surrender and wait out the war. That's rough. You know, I think sometimes to myself, like, how could things be worse politically? But then I guess thinking back to the not so, distant future, people were dealing with the same stuff or way, way worse. The territory, we could have easily waited until the Allies arrived, thus avoiding the entire World War II. The territory still has forts, it's mountainous, etc., so army couldn't pass through for weeks. Dang. I wonder what that... Do you have any idea what that kind of, like, occupation was like for that territory? And did... I mean, excuse me for being uninformed about this, but did the Czech Republic get that land back once World War II ended?
Yeah? What's it to you?
Dang.
What? You even hearing yourself?
You having a laugh?
You twats.
For that territory or for our country? For your country. We got the land back. Unfortunately, we also deported every German from there unless they proved they actively helped our war efforts. Yeah. Yeah, that's difficult too. Because I wonder how many of those were non-Hitler sympathetics that just really wanted to get out of Germany while things were going nuts, and then ended up getting looped right back into Germany. It was the Sudetenland. Some of Hitler's top people came from there. Heinrich Himmler, for one. The infamous Heinrich Himmler. The Fort territory had a lot of Germans. Okay. They were attacking Czechs, claiming they were being discriminated, etc., so that's why everyone thought it would appease Hitler.
Legend.
Okay. Okay. So they were happy about it up until the point that they got deported after World War II. The entire Czech Republic was turned into a protectorate a year later. Now, educate a poor, uneducated American on what a protectorate is. We got a protector in our numerous... Did you already know what I was asking? We got a protector in our numerous factories which specialized in warfare, fueled Hitler's war. Oof. I mean... tough position to be in. People in your country weren't dying, right? I mean, as far as you had like a protector, so Hitler was like... am I misunderstanding what you're saying here? Are they going to kill me for doing this? I was turning that in the wrong direction the whole time. One of the cruelest Germans during World War II. Yeah, this guy freezing to death. Just reloading my gun. Only take me a second. Wow, protectorate is not what the root word implies that it is. Give me 1 second here. Let me kill these bozos, these goons. I was certain that one... Oh my gosh. Protectorate is a slave country, essentially. Since we surrendered, he promised that once the war was over, he would enslave part, kill off part, the impure ones, and a few would be allowed to live beyond the mountain rule. Of course, at the height of the war, Hitler started deporting Jews to camps, and eventually he would start deporting Slavs checks too if the war had not ended. Dang. That is heavy. To get that kind of announcement about your entire nation.
There's a prick I was telling you about. Jog on, you dickhead.
That's tough. I wonder how many, I mean, because that would have inspired, I mean, if I was back in that time, I would have absolutely considered
What do you want?
trying to become a refugee and like escape the country and escape all that hardship. So it's, I wonder how many people who are against the refugees right now in the Czech Republic are descendants of people who either considered or did have to flee. Of course, at the height of the war, Hitler started deporting Jews to camps, and eventually he would start. Yeah. Everyone knew that if Hitler won, we would be partly enslaved, and potentially a few would be allowed to live in Russia. I bet that was a sweet victory when he. Refugees were possible, but only for the first few weeks. After that, the territory was secured. Chain fences and razor fences. Sheesh. Well, that was World War II, and now we're headed kind of into World War III. Hopefully, hopefully we can avoid it and, I don't know, figure things out. A lot of hard-headed old men in control of the world right now. After the war, we were liberated, half by USA, half by Russia. When USA left, Russia occupied us until 1989. Soviets, I mean, but it's Russia. So they just did. They did what Germany was saying they were going to do. I mean, kind of. So we just left you guys to another vicious nation. No killing off, but we became a socialist republic. Okay. Man, you learn something new every day. I'm learning a lot about the Czech Republic.
Yeah? What? Somebody's hanging around our yard. Oh, take that! Yeah!
All right. Did I miss all three of those? Really?
Shut it, you toilet.
Sorry. Damn. This guy got kicked in the chest. Yeah, lots of people harbor bad blood towards Russia, but also towards the USA for allowing it. Because USA was totally in position to negotiate our freedom with Stalin once he liberated part of us too. The occupation under Soviets wasn't that bad. They only sent in the army in 1968 when the regime here got too lenient. Dang. Yeah, that's I mean, I get that there was a lot going on at that time, but to kind of leave you guys high and dry when we could have made the situation better is, that's definitely not ideal. Free history lesson. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah? What's... No. Mate, I'll be tucking into the...
Alright, let's just heal before I do any of this. Get rid of that. Those rads.
Flask all day. Can barely see straight.
We weren't passive either. We participated in the war. Like, we killed the Protector, Heydrich. Man, it's so crazy to think about, you know, I don't know. I just feel like there is a new rise of Nazi behavior and so much tension and strife. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just ignorant. It feels like it came out of nowhere in the past, since I don't know, 10 years or so.
Some people just need a slap, don't they?
Just gonna ignore everybody but the guy with the gun for now. So is there any kind of cause for concern right now for with Russia? Our operatives were in England working, etc. For killing Heydrich Hitler, Heydrich Hitler had 2 towns burned until the assassins were betrayed by their co-conspirator. The towns were Lidice and Lechiki. Probably butchered the pronunciation there. This is all basic elementary education, by the way. Kids learn this at like 11 to 12 years of age here. Ask me about American history. I could tell you so little. Once I left school, so much information just kind of went right out the brain. Concern. I'd be very concerned if the war ends with Ukraine giving up territory and doesn't join NATO. History tends to repeat itself. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm getting the impression just from, watching different news and stuff that Putin's kind of picking fights across the board with different countries. And it doesn't seem like he's doing all that well at fighting Ukraine. I don't know if that's just kind of the rhetoric that we're hearing here in the States, but all I ever really hear about, occasionally I hear about cities in Ukraine getting hit, but I hear a lot about Russia losing the war, or losing battles at least, or taking huge hits. And I know that he has some pretty serious firepower that he hasn't used yet, but when do you cut your losses and understand that, like, you're either going to have to you're losing the battle, so you have to cut your losses and do something totally outrageous, which hopefully he'll never do, but we're heading into a Cold War essentially, which could escalate depending on what China does. If they invade Taiwan, that's going to cause World War III likely. Ukraine is better at warfare. Russia uses outdated tactics, while Ukraine uses modern tactics. But Russia can afford it. Russia can use the tactic of drown them in your own blood. I mean, that's what we tried with Vietnam, and we did not win. We tried that whole war of attrition thing, and as it turns out, if the people just keep fighting, no matter what, you don't win that battle. That's how we won World War II. Are you aware of the losses? Number-wise, no. I mean, I'm aware that it's in the billions, I'm sure. I think it was millions just in the case of the genocide itself. Boss, the ghoul finally gave up the location of the lab. I'll keep the location off the record, but it ain't feasible. As supply runs go, it's suicide. We'll keep him around for now, but he's as good as useless. Soviets lost 20 to 27 million. Germany lost 7.4 million. Okay, that should tell you how willing they are to go to attrition. Jesus Christ. So that's a kind of an empty hope right there, is what you're saying. I like these animal cards that they put in here. Very Red Dead Redemption 2 of them to do that. Oh, I need to level up. The war had around 70 million deaths. Yeah, that is... I need to look up stats on the, on the current war and see how many losses there are. I mean, there must be less or fewer, I would hope. I mean, with so much warfare being conducted almost remotely at this point, if that makes sense, with drones and whatnot. Almost half of that is Soviet Union just tossing young men at the Germans, burning their own towns to keep them at bay, etc. God, it really puts into perspective how dark that time period was. Thinking about the stuff that we complain about now. Alright, I need... Well, last time I took... Maybe I should do Scrounger 2. Find even more ammunition. Because... I'm... struggling here. I don't know why I did that.
Thank you, friend. 1,000 times thank you. I'm freezing
Russia.
my balls off in here.
Give or take 750,000 killed, 2 million wounded. Ukraine is trickier to deduce. Okay. Is Ukraine just not kind of publishing that information, or is it that they are less connected to the world due to what Russia's doing? Sorry about the freaking interview here too. Feel free to cut me off at any time. Ukraine, it's about 50,000 soldiers and God knows how many civilians. But yeah, Ukraine is trying to keep it hidden to not help Russia. That makes sense. I think it's probably a good tactic. Zelensky announced 43,000 dead a week ago. God. Soldiers only, so that's not even civilians. That's tough. That's all for some land and some more power. Oh yeah, okay, so this is the guy that sold fake chems to another guy for some reason. I can't remember what it was.
For you, my friend. Free. I'll tell you everything. Before the war. The beginning
Putin is wanted for war crimes. He bombs children hospitals and stuff like that. So yeah, that's civilians.
A damn good one. The government hired me to build laboratories all over the city. My magnum opus was beneath the Angel Tube Station in Islington. It was by far the largest. I went to check up on it recently. The area was filled to bursting with tunnel blocks.
You know what's crazy? USA was sort of responsible for stopping the Ukraine war.
Easy your best bet
In what way?
At the Imperial War Museum. Though, I warn you, there's a dark aura around that lab. Even Grunt and his goons wouldn't go near it. Then again, perhaps that's just my guilt, pulling me down to hell. Well, I wouldn't give to go back to St. Paul's.
Heaven Slayer.
I appreciate the offer, but I left behind my fair share of enemies at St. Paul's. The only one who could let me back in is Whaler, and I fear that bridge is burnt.
They handed over, in 1994, Ukraine signed Budapest Memorandum. They handed over nukes in exchange for assurance of safety from signatories of NPT Nuclear Power Treaty, signed by Ukraine, USA, UK, and Russia. Ukraine, Belarus, and Kazakhstan got the same guarantee of safety from your pact. Now a NPT member, Russia, is attacking them. So he's breaking the memorandum. Then he's going back on his promise. Also, a permanent UN Security Council member. Russia is. There's a certain irony in that.
You can roll the dice and jump in the Thames. Maybe you'll become a Thames folk and grow gills. I suggest you stick with a simple gas mask. Our Tommies can help you get one. My suggestion, forget about it. There's a reason the government didn't tell me what goes on in those labs. And I'm not interested in finding out. My friend, I come from a time when we built things to
Nuka Girl,
last.
get the fuck out of here.
Every inch of that laboratory to survive even the fiercest of atomic blasts. In retro...
How do I delete this? Alright, well. Disregard that ad until I can get in here and...
respect. Mayhaps that was a sign that I too had been built to last.
Thus, UK and USA are responsible for stopping the war. Funniest thing is, to remove a permanent UN Security Council member, you have to amend the base treaties. To do that, you need the agreement of all permanent Security Council members. And Security Council members, Russia, can also veto it, instantly stopping the vote. So Russia could straight up start World War III, and we'd have them as our Security Council member. That seems like a tremendous flaw in the system. That is insane. Who put that together? Who set that up?
For giving me a second chance to live.
That's wild. Why even have it? That's because Russia had a big part in ending World War II. The P5 permanent 5 members were the ones with biggest contribution during World War II. Okay, that makes sense. Dang. Yeah, there should have been some sort of checks and balances put in there somehow. Seems like a really civilized part here of this area. Well, I think I'm gonna call it there. So our schedule is Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays from 8:30 Eastern time in the U.S. to 10:30 And so tomorrow I'll be on from at that time, and then next day I'll be on. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Morgosis. Really appreciate it. I've had a good time talking to you tonight. I feel like I've learned so much. So thank you for popping in and hanging out. I'll be on tomorrow night at about the same time, and the next night. And then on Saturday we're doing a holiday stream. So we're gonna be playing some kind of Christmas themed games that I found on Itch.io, and listening to some Christmas music and just kind of hanging out. So if you want to get into the Christmas spirit, feel free to pop by. That'll be at 5 o'clock Eastern time in the U.S. I'm so sorry that I don't know what that converts to in the Czech Republic, but burned your brain with history knowledge? No, you've fueled my brain. I need to I need to learn this kind of stuff, and I'll be honest, I've never been a huge like history buff, but it is fascinating kind of learning about it, especially since so many similar themes seem to be kind of cropping up recently. See, this is something people don't talk about. Now you know that the UN organization meant to prevent another world war is unable to carry out its goal. You can learn it as you live it. Find the parallels. Yeah, I'll definitely be mulling this over over the next, in the near future. But yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and anybody else that was hanging out, if you have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see you then. Have a nice day as well.